our next match, as you can see on the screen here, Game 3, we have Nam, the Dallas-Fort Worth calling champion, playing Bravo, up against Kaiser, playing Kassai. Kassai got a lot of new toys. And actually I'm going to be playing Kassai later, so I'm going to be keeping a little bit of I'm going to be trying to see what... Yeah, I'll talk to Kaiser later. Like, Kaiser and I are good friends, so... I'll definitely pick his brain later about what he thinks about Kassai. So we have Bravo versus Kassai here. They're both getting set up right now. Where is my giant rune chant token? Okay. So you guys could just talk here a little bit about the tail of the tape. I will go talk to them and I'll be back.
Yeah, so we have Namvo, like Josh said, he took down the Dallas calling, and which was I believe that was one of the sealed ones. I think he piloted Oldham pretty much the whole way and got there. Obviously, he's a Guardian player by heart. I think he's played Bravo most of his way. And then we have Kaiser. He is top 8'd 2 different RTNs. He's won a skirmish, and obviously one of his best notable achievements is having 3 cute cats. And then, so obviously with his favorite card being Dawnblade, he's probably historically a warrior player. Hopefully in this matchup, I think it's going to really come down to getting that defensive reaction in Arsenal. With it being, obviously Bravo's ability to have dominate on a stick, and then Kassai having a lot of tricks up her sleeve. Obviously, with the new cards, copper tokens mean a lot more than just extra cards with cash in. You have the Blood on Her Hand cards, or a card that I think DM Armada spoiled that one. I think he's in the chat. Thanks for that. It's a fantastic card.
Michael, can you move Calvin Law away from red, and can you please promote Black Cat, which is Kaiser? There you go. So now you can sit down and promote Taka as well. Yep. Cool. All right, everybody's promoted. All right. All right, so yeah. I guess you guys went over a little bit about the players, right? While I was gone?
Yeah, I went over everything, but there's one thing I did not go over, and that is the fact that he owns your 1000 XP Dawnblade. So what's the story behind that?
All right, well, so some of you in the chat might be wondering, like, why in the world is there a match between a US-based team and a Hong Kong-based team? Well, I am the bridge between these teams. I'm the one that knows everybody, basically. I used to live in Hong Kong. I lived in Hong Kong for 20 years. And I moved to the US in July. So when I started playing the game in January, and by, I think, the end of May, I had grind up to 1,000 experience. And I played mainly Dorinthia to get to 1,000 experience. And I gave my Cold Foil Dawnblade to my 1,000 XP opponent, and which was not Kaiser, it was Leo actually. And then Kaiser and I had a very, very good match, a Dorinthia mirror match, and basically Kaiser wanted the legendary Joser 1000 XP Dawnblade and bought it from Leo. So now Kaiser has my 1000 XP Cold Foil Dawnblade in his possession, and he swings it around, kind of in my memory, I guess. So yeah, so Kaiser's a really, really good Dorinthia player, and he is a warrior player as well, and he's a wizard player. He can do everything.
Oh, wow.
So he actually won one of the largest skirmishes. I think it's season 2. There was like 130 people or something like that, and he won that with Kano. So so you see here that he won a skirmish that was not like a 12-person skirmish. That was a 100-person skirmish. This guy is no joke here. So he's a warrior player at heart, but he also plays Kano. And on the other side, we have Nam, who is a Guardian player at heart. So he played Oldhim to his Dallas Fort Worth calling victory, and he plays Bravo quite a bit in CC. And he doesn't play much Blitz, but well, I guess he's going to get some good practice here against a strong warrior player. I guess both players are already set up. Let's jump into the game here and let's get going. All right. We see. Look at how stylish Kaiser is. Putting his weapons in front of his hero. That is oh man, I gotta copy that. That's just a show of force right there. It's like, I'm not hiding anything. There's no Dawnblade here. You know what these things are. These are the signature Centauri sabers. Oh man, oh man. Alright, let's get this on. We have Kaiser playing Kassai, and we have Nam playing Bravo. And what is happening here? Is he gonna reshuffle the deck?
He didn't shuffle. Yeah.
Looks like he messed up. Okay, there we go. We all Gucci here. So I have a lot to say about Kassai. Kassai got a ton of power in this set, and it all comes from the fact that Blade Runner is a god tier card, an auto 6 of in Kassai, and you pair that with the Copper Generation, and we got a lot of things going for us. Looks like Nam won the dice roll. Looks like he's going to go first, coming in with a Thunderquick for 8 here. Vanilla 8 here. Just going to get 3 cards out of Kaiser, maybe 2 cards plus Dynamo, depending on what is in his hand. So yeah, Kassai got a lot of upgrades, including that card, which I'm surprised he's blocking with. Blood on her hands. But I guess you only need 1 blood on her hands to win the game, right?
That's it. Definitely.
So in the past, Kassai had to rely on cash-in to really power up the turns, but no longer the case. Now Kassai can use cash-in and can use blood on her hands as an outlet for all the Copper Generation. So we see one of the new cards here, Outland Skirmish, giving the next attack +3, and the next time a weapon hits, gets a copper token. So there's several ways to earn copper. One is Outland Skirmish, the other is Spoils of War, and the third way is through Kassai's hero ability, which says if you've attacked with weapons twice at the end of turn, make a copper for each weapon that hit. So although the weapons on Kassai generally don't have on-hit effects, their on-hit effect is, all right, I'm basically charging towards my ultimate slowly.
So with 1 floating here and no current way of, well, that's what I was about to say, is almost a guaranteed Blade Runner because he didn't have to go again on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Such a strong card.
Now the thing is, that was not a guaranteed Blade Runner. That could have just been a double pump on the weapon. So that's what makes Kassai really hard to defend. Is it might be 2 on the left, or 2 on the first swing, and then like 6 on the second swing. It could be like 8 on the first swing, and then 2 on the second swing. You never know exactly what angle that Kassai is going to attack you with, which makes her very unique from Dorinthia. Dorinthia, like, basically everything's going to be put on the front,
right?
Because that's how you trigger her hero ability. And so that last turn we saw some pretty effective defensive reactions there from Bravo. So he's going to get to swing his hammer back at Kaiser here. Looks like he's just going to block it out with a Sink Blow and move right along.
So if I understand the matchup correctly, basically Bravo is trying to end this match as soon as possible. Every turn that goes by basically just increases the chance that Kassai will take the game.
Yes,
Would you say that's correct?
A long game definitely favors Kassai because Valiant Dynamo gets a ton of value, and new Kassai builds are probably running close to 20 go-agains. So,
right.
Looks like he drew 4 Seismic Surge tokens there. That's not what we wanted. We wanted the dice. There we go. Hey, you see that? You see how he does his dice? Just like me. 3
looks
or
familiar.
4. That looks familiar, doesn't it?
Josh style.
Josh style, exactly. Like I said, I think all warriors should be using dice to illustrate very clearly what their attacks are doing. Because as a warrior, your attack value actually changes a lot, right? So having the dice is very important. Okay, looks like a blade sink below is coming out there, blocking the first attack.
So strong. Now the next one's coming in for what, 8? Because you get 3 from the slice and dice, 3 from the Blade Runner, and then the original 2, right?
Yes.
Oh, man.
This is coming in for 8 or 9.
So it seems like Kassai really devalues big defense reactions, like those staunch responses, the unmovables that Bravo really likes to play because he has no issue paying for them. Because if you throw it down and invest all in that one attack, I mean, Kassai will just not only have the guaranteed go again in the second weapon, but the ability to pump that second one is just really, really strong.
Yep. Oh, something we didn't talk about yet is that Bravo's running Snapdragons.
Wow, I didn't even notice that.
That basically is for E-Strike. Can't imagine anything else. Okay, so the end of the turn there, Kassai hit once with the weapon. So Kassai gets a copper. She's on her way now. And Bravo has a 4-card hand, took a bit of damage, used his armor here. I guess this is going to be a pretty big attack here. Activating his hero ability, giving the next attack dominate. This is probably Crippling Crush here.
Crippling Crush, that's it.
Yes, it is. 3 blues and a Crippling Crush. 11 dominate here. Now, Warrior does not actually have much problem defending against this the first time. That is part of the reason why Bravo's not as commonly seen in Blitz, is because you only have 2 copies of these powerhouse cards, whereas the opponent has like fresh armor against this. So that's one of the reasons we actually don't see too much Bravo in Blitz, is because of the prevalence of Dorinthia and her fridge. Big block here for 9 here, not allowing Crush. And you better bet that Dynamo counter's coming off next turn. So only 2 damage there. Oop, looks like he drew us.
And more importantly, only 1 card. So even with that, with a move that typically just demands instant tempo from any game, just didn't do anything. And now he's back on the fence and has the same amount of cards as the opponent after they draw it. Spoils of war. Gotta love it.
This is a very dangerous turn in terms of copper generation here. If I was Nom, this is basically the equivalent of Steel Blade Supremacy. This is a turn where you need to block this.
Right, because you can get to 6 copper right here, right? Easy.
Yep. Yeah, easily this can generate 6, by itself. If you just let it all happen. And plus, with the Outland Skirmish, this is actually 7 copper here. So this is basically going to be a block here. Now, one of the things that makes this hard is that Bravo has a lot of attack actions. So these Centauri Sabers are getting buffed when he's blocking. Yeah. So this is 7 or 8.
So with blood on her hands, obviously in a perfect world, you always want 6 copper to maximize the efficiency on the card. But is there a number where you're like, okay, I'll go with 4.
7.
Oh, wow, this is it.
What? Okay. So this is basically Nom surrendering the fact that he's gonna have
the 6 copper.
He's basically just saying, okay, you're gonna have all the copper that you want. The dynamo counter should come off at the end of the turn, but I guess he's just shortcutting that a little bit. Looks like this attack is for 3, so he's gonna have to throw this plus another piece of armor. If I'm reading this correctly, yep, 3 or 4. So this is Skullcap plus another piece of armor. Okay, he's blocking with Showtime instead of his Skullcap. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so that's going to be 1 copper at the end of the turn. All right, and the dynamo counter comes off. Yep. Okay, so Nom took quite a bit of damage there and gave him a bunch of copper. For what purpose? To hammer.
A hammer. Ugh.
With pummel here, maybe?
Yeah.
Like,
but that doesn't even. Yeah.
That's just 10 damage here. That's like, okay, so what?
So with Kassai, I mean, basically you're just throwing the boots out in front to block, and then.
Ah, yeah, the sigil. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Yeah. So Kassai should have blocked with the boots there, right?
Yes.
Missed a little value there.
Yes, definitely missed value there. Unless he doesn't have a going on here.
Oh yeah, definitely has it because he's pitching it.
Yeah. Yep. So this is Glint or Blade Runner here.
Yep, all day.
So this is an attack that should not be blocked. So that's the problem is because you're so scared of Glint, when the Centauri Saber comes across for 2, in the old Kassai build, if they came across with Centauri Saber for 2, it could only be Glint. Now it can be Glint or Blade Runner. So she's like super Ira right now. She comes in for 2 instead of 1.
Right.
2 and then 2. Centauri for 2, Centauri for 2.
Yep, we got the Blade Runner blue, so it'll be +1 on the next attack.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen Kassai pick up in popularity, Terry, in Hong Kong recently? Maybe like the last couple days. I don't know if you've seen anybody building it.
Not yet, because not physical games in the local game store.
Oh, right. All the because of the COVID restrictions there. Right. Okay. So, but I guess there's quite a few Warrior players in Hong Kong that are quite eager to try out some Kassai builds, right?
Yeah, and also Benji will be one, because many people try to collect the code for hero for Kassai and Benji now.
Right. I see. Yep. Yeah, follow the money. That's how you know. Okay, so actually one thing I want to talk about here is that he played Yellow Hit and Run. This is a card that I actually disagree with. I think you run the blue because the blue is just god tier. It's just a god tier card. But the yellow and the red hit and run, I think, don't have a place anymore in Kassai because
Blade Runner, right?
Because of Blade Runner. Like
right.
the value that you get from hit and run is if there's a third follow-up attack. But I think the most efficient way to play Kassai is kind of like block 2, attack with 2, block 2, attack with 2. So you're never going to get that much value from hit and run. So in my opinion, I would just I think in my Kassai build I'm not even running them. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't run the red one or the yellow one anymore. Looks like we have a staunch response here, getting buffed up. Is that going to stuff the whole attack here?
It does. Like he paid for the extra, yep.
Yep. All right. So, even though the life totals are kind of about the same, and Nam is going to get a hammer swing in here, Kaiser is already at 6 copper, so once he sees blood on her hands...
That's it, right?
There's going to be blood on her hands. So, did Kaiser take the damage there?
No, unfortunately, Nam only had a Polarize in hand, which is a red, so he was only able to pitch it during Kassai's surge. Sorry.
Right. I didn't see it. Okay, we have a Courage of Bladehold activation. That means this is the turn to go.
And pitching the glint. So we got blood on our hands.
We have that, or we have
just a big turn. I guess.
Oath of Steel or something like that. Yeah, just a big turn. It's like I don't want to pay for these entire savers.
I mean, why not when you're ahead?
So this indicates that he has 2 kill spells in hand, probably 2 reactions here. I mean, Kassai is a warrior. She can play those heavy attack reactions if she wants, like Rout, Overpower, Biting Blade. Biting Blade is actually probably pretty good in her. That's something I have to play around with. Looks like we're gonna have a pretty chunky block here for 6. Okay. Aha, I see. So
is
we
that
have
for non? I think that's for non.
that is for 8 or 9. Yes.
Oh yeah, 8 or 9. Okay. Wow.
8 or 9 on hit, make 2 copper here, and we have a 2 block in hand here. 2, 3 here. Gonna take 6, drop to 4. That seems pretty rough here.
Not a good spot for Nom. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
Because at this life total, literally all Kaiser has to do is just block out until you get blood on her hands, and you know you've won the game.
Yep, especially with him dropping this so low.
Oh
wow! It had go again from the hit and run, so he's playing the nourishing on the end to close it. Wow. I mean, it's not going to win, but it'll get 5 cards.
So this is the one exception for why you would play red and yellow hit and run, is if you run Nourishing Emptiness. But actually, I think Nourishing Emptiness is actually not quite the correct. I thought about this for quite a while. Nourishing Emptiness in Kassai basically means you have to run the red and yellow hit and runs, and I rather run other cards. So it's kind of like a 2-step deck building process.
Right.
But yeah, we just saw. I mean, that's the most Dory thing ever, right? Is Foes of War into hit and run into into the CNC or the Nourishing at the end, and this. Well, Kaiser's got enough to buy a flat in Hong Kong. Let's just put it that way. He's got 9 copper, 5 cards, passing it back to
what you need.
Just passes back. And man,
that's it.
That is the game here.
That's it. And
this is going to be well. Okay, here's one of the things is he activated Courage of Bladehold. So he's actually going to have to pay for these 4th entire Saber Swings. So
only 3, right? Because the second one is free, so he only has to pitch a blue.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. He's gonna need to pitch a blue here. But yeah, we're gonna see Kassai cut up Bravo here.
Yeah, that's
in Bolton-esque fashion here. Yeah. And an Outland Runner pitching a Blade Runner, meaning he has a Glint or Blade Runner in hand.
Oh, he doesn't even need it because blood on her hand gives the weapons go.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Sorry.
So it doesn't even need it.
Yep. You're right. Yep. And we're gonna see. So this is a attack for 4 here, plus the Outlander is 6 or 7. So he's blocking 7 here. Glint. So this is the situation where all the Dorinthia goodies, when you're low on life, you're forced to block. They're like, okay, great. This is when I'm going to get max value from Glint. This is when I'm going to get max value from Stroke of Foresight. This is when I'm going to all my reprised things are going to turn on now that I got you low.
Yeah, and this forces what 2 cards.
We're basically seeing Ira and Dorinthia's child do her thing here.
And then he just plays in the swing and closes it, probably, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
Or goes around it. Either one works.
Yeah. I mean, this is such a wide attack pattern that...
right.
Yep. I think Nam is just processing things here. And push forward, Red. A very good card. No. I'm glad to see this in his deck. This is
a little dominate never hurts.
An excellent finishing card here. Push forward, gives your weapon dominate. An excellent closing card. Well played from Kaiser, my warrior student.
Good game.
All right, good game. We will get these guys into our lobby here to chit-chat about that game. And with that, Hong Kong takes a dominating lead, 3-0. What can I say? We'll find out what these guys have to say. Kaiser and Nam, hello. Welcome to the commentary booth. That was a good game. I really like Red push forward to end the game. That is an excellent card. We have the same thinking on that.
Yeah.
So I'm also a Kassai player, so I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit about your deck build. I saw that you were running the red hit and run and yellow hit and run, and we saw that you used that to great effect with the Nourishing Emptiness.
That was a turn.
That was quite a turn. Yeah, that was quite a turn there. What is your reasoning for including those cards? Those are cards that I actually don't include in my deck.
Yeah, actually, I also agree that hit and run is better in Kassai construct format because I think it's a card that scales itself, which means when we have more copies of the card in the deck, we'll have more effects. Yeah, because it scales the goal game itself. But because we have the Dynamo, and which give you much value if you can keep your goal again. It doesn't like doing fear, which who only have one Dawn Blake. He really need to hit your enemy to gain the second attack. So whenever I have bad turns, I only have a hit and run. I can still get some value for my armors. That's what I think. And yeah, I think that's all. And for the Nourishing Emptiness, I think it's simple because for every warrior, we don't have much attack action card in deck. Yeah, that's.
So do you think Kassai is tier 1 now, or tier 1.5?
I think it's 1.5. It's kind of hard to deal with. Kano. Yeah.
Yes, I have the same experiences as well. Nam, let's talk a little bit about your experiences there as Bravo. So you don't play much Blitz, I know that. So
I do not.
The coming from 40 life down to 20 life, there's not much. One of the things we talked about in the broadcasting booth is that you only have 2 copies of those threatening cards like Crippling Crush, and then the warrior starts with full armor. So essentially, that negates one of your Crippling Crushes. So that's something that takes time to get used to.
Yeah, for Guardian players, I guess we want to have a longer game, or not that much longer, but a longer game where we can exhaust their equipment and most of their defense, their defense reactions. And it punishes me if I don't start off very strong as well. Which
you kind of needed like a strong turn 1 with Towering Titan or something with Dominate to at least put a dent into the armor.
I did draw the Towering Titan. I did not draw the 3 blues to go with it. I was 1 short, but
that's unfortunate.
For Guardian, we have a good time blocking against big attacks. I guess again in the mirror match, we're good at blocking the one big attack, but once it gets a little wider, very hard to defend against multiple attacks that turn, or multiple attacks that are very strong as well.
Yep. In CC, rarely are you going to see a warrior with spotless armor at 20 health. Normally they've sacrificed some of the armor to jump in front of a threatening attack, or to pull off a pivot turn, or just full cap usage whenever they think they're gonna take the life lead. Yeah, that matchup actually feels kind of tough for Bravo because Kassai operates a little bit like Ira in that if we get down to low resources, Bravo kind of struggles to pull. Like Bravo's okay at low resources, but I think Kassai is just a little bit more efficient at low resources, and that makes things
for
hard.
sure.
Yep.
And with all the Everfest stuff definitely helped the deck a lot. I mean, we didn't see any play for Kassai. Now I think I have to find a way to fight this.
Deal with Super Ira. No longer Kodachi for 1, Kodachi for 2. It's Centauri Saber for 2, Centauri Saber for 2.
Well, I can always play Oldhim, so
yeah, maybe Oldhim would fare better. Yep,
it would help a little bit. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Kaiser, do you have any final words before I move you guys back to the hangout lobby?
Yeah, I'm really nervous because Kelvin and Bun is too strong. I'm afraid I'm the first one to lose, and that's fine. I'll pass it. Yeah, it's good. I feel good.
Okay. Good job, Kaiser.
Thank you.
As long as you have my Dawn Blade, you'll always have good games with Warrior. I promise.
Thank you so much.
Tell you what, I think the only players that have the best chances of winning, I think, is Nathan and Josh. The rest of us.
That's why we put us at the end. Save the best for last.
Best for last.
Actually, we put ourselves last because we're in Central Time Zone and you're in Eastern Time Zone, and that way we can just commentate the first 5 matches, easy peasy.
I did mention the Kaiser. Maybe we can come back and do a CC one instead of since we already did Blitz. Hey, we can run it back part 2.
Yeah, that's our turf. That's our turf.
We are going to say
that sounds like a good idea. I would like that.
much longer day, but hey.
Yep. We'll try to set that up sometime soon. Thank you both for that great game. I will move you guys to the hangout lobby, and we will get the next match set up ASAP. Thank you, Kaiser. Thank you, Nam.